Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go jet sweep here with Williams. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. And the tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. That's taken on the 25. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk for them. Man, what's the reward?
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. And following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. We're scoreless after one. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. Touchdown! Jamison Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side. And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This will be caught. Judy. And they will have a 1st down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Quez Watkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, All I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And the pressure gets to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Shotgun snap, and then to give to Sanders. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Another run with Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Sanders will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Jake Elliott, career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So for Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 33. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
A jet sweep to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Another run here with Sanders. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
The kick by Elliott is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score.
And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll go again with Sanders. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. And an Eagle first down. Finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.